You've gone to your accountant because you want to sell the piece of investment property that you have, and he or she has told you that if you want to avoid having to pay capital gains tax, you're going to need to do what's called a 1031 exchange, or a like-kind exchange. Well, what is that? Hi, I'm Jeff Helsdon. I'm a business and real estate lawyer in Faircrest, Washington, and I've been helping people do 1031 exchanges for over 22 years. So what is a like-kind exchange under Section 1031? Well, that is an Internal Revenue Code provision, a very specific one, that allows people who own investment property to avoid having to pay their capital gains tax if they exchange the property instead of selling it, exchanging it for another property of like kind. Well, what is like kind? Well, most people come to us for exchanges because they have a piece of real estate, an office building, a single-family residence that they have rented out. And any piece of real estate that you exchange out of and into another piece of real estate that you intend to hold for investment are both like kind with one another. So what about leases? And let me tell you a story that I had a few years ago. I had a client come to me who exchanged out of an apartment building in California and wanted to buy a marina here in Gig Harbor, Washington, where I am. The marina property is actually leased from the state of Washington on a 30-year lease, and there were only 20 years left in the lease. Well, under federal law, a leasehold of 30 or more years is considered to be the same thing as owning real estate. But there were only 20 years left to run on that lease. So what we were able to do was to get the state to agree to a new lease of the marina with the seller of the property. So my client, who was buying it in the exchange, would have a 30-year lease to invest in, and he was able to acquire that leasehold from the state in his exchange and deferred hundreds of thousands of dollars of tax in that transaction. That's just one example of the things that can be done under Section 1031 to make sure that that code section works for you, so that you can take the equity in that property and use it to acquire another property of higher value with a greater income potential. Now, what is not like kind under Section 1031 is real estate cannot be exchanged for personal property. That is not like kind. And sometimes we have situations where somebody is exchanging out of real estate and wants to buy an interest in a partnership, and a partnership interests can never be exchanged. So I hope this video has been helpful for you to understand what is like kind property in a 1031 exchange. You may have questions that go beyond the scope of what I can help you answer in this video. So here's what I want you to do. Call the number at the bottom of the screen. We're available to answer your questions at any time. This is what I've been doing for 22 years. I'm Jeff Helsdon. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.